What's up, gang? We are almost done with the tapper here. Probably not this video, but probably one more afterwards, and it should be done. I am a little hung up here on the PCB that I didn't expect to be. There was no sound, and we didn't know if the controls worked really because we hadn't had any of that hooked up yet, and none of it works. This is the soundboard here. This is a MCR game. What is it? It's like Midway Card Rack or something like that, I think it stands for. This is the soundboard here, and this connector here, I think, is the inputs for like your buttons and your controls and all that stuff. And I haven't been able to start a game, like shorten those out or, move or do anything. I did start already. I replaced the Z80. What else did I do? Got new ribbon cables. Had these are the kind, if you find, you definitely want to replace immediately. They're like paper feeling and they delaminate. These are the bad ones. Those are pretty solid, I think. What else did I do? I haven't verified the ROMs yet. I'll probably do that tonight. But I did try new Z80s in both, and I got basically the same thing when I started it up, so I swapped them back. I did just put, I think in this one, yeah, I put a brand new one back in the soundboard because I'm still not getting any sound. I hooked up, let's see if I have it sitting here. I got rid of it. I have a little speaker and a little amp that I hooked up to it, and just some crackling is all I could get, so we are definitely going to have to dig in a little bit farther. I was hoping this was just going to be a matter of we didn't have it hooked up, needed to wire it in. There's a, see on this front one here, one of these is your sound, and then hidden here is your video in the middle of the stack of boards. So it's not obvious, so I was hoping that maybe, they just got confused and was plugging stuff in the wrong places. I'm going to change these caps. That's easy, no-brainer stuff. The Z80 and changing those caps seems to fix this non-working soundboard for a lot of people. I was going through and cleaning the board off before I work on it, and I did find a major problem. Let's turn this around, make it easier to see. Got that little diode. I think it's a diode. Maybe it's a capacitor. It says CP16. So I'll have to figure out what that is and replace that. Let's see, where does it go? It goes right into that chip. That's the sound chip. It looks like it. So that's definitely a problem. But I'm going to start there. I had it all laid out. I was going to fire it up and show you guys. I thought that, we were totally dead, and we were not dead. I have this switcher that I've been using to work on these boards over here for the past few days. This game has it's like a purple wire and a gray wire. The purple wire is the reset circuit, so you need to hook that up to 5 volts. And the, what's the gray wire? I forget what it is. I think it's the battery. So, and they need the 5 volts from that stuff in several different circuits. So if you don't have that 5 volts for the reset line, you're basically going to be stuck in reset, I would assume, on the board. So the other thing is you need an adapter. I was like, why would, I never buy those adapters because I can just wire it to a power supply. I know how to do that. Well, these MCR boards, their power supply puts out the reset circuit from the power supply. It has its own circuit that generates it. It's actually 2 different circuits. We don't have that. The way it comes in kind of at a delayed timing from when the game gets powered on and resets everything just a split second right after you turn it on. That's why the game always boots and looks like it's in a test menu. And we can't replicate that at this point. But I have an idea, at least for now, until we can find another way around. Or you know, we'll order the switcher. It's $25, but I'll figure out a way, you know, for now so that we can play it and test it and stuff like that, and not have it. All you have to do is hit the reset button and it'll boot back up into the game. But it'd be nice to just hit the switch and go, just like any normal day. But let me continue to give a look. We're just going to start on this board for now, just eyeballing it, changing capacitors. I've already cleaned chips on everything, so not really worried about that. But I'm really going to eyeball it, look for stuff like this. There's also a jumper on here. Let me see if I can find it again. Here it is right here. It's right there somewhere. I lost it. One second. I was just looking at it and I looked away and I lost it. I looked right at it. What happened? Anyway, it's JW1. And I think it has... Here's one here that's JW3, so it's probably above it. Somewhere in here. I thought it was like right there. There it is, over here. JW1. But I can tell that there was a jumper there. You can actually feel the legs. They're still pointy. So I'll have to check. I think it has something to do with switching maybe the size of these ROMs or something like that. I just want to make sure that the whatever jumper it's set to is what we're trying to run, because that could keep it from running too, I would imagine. But let me go ahead and continue to do that. I'll change anything, and if I don't find anything crazy, I'm just going to move on to the CPU and then onto the video board until we figure it out or fix it. So stick around. I've done quite a bit of work since the last clip, and I have not got much farther. Actually went backwards for a minute. I think in my last clip, we had put the ribbon cables on, and I had found just a couple of little minor problems, but nothing that was going to lead us to, you know, to think that the board had been fixed. And at that point in time, when I was booting it up, I wasn't getting a picture. Although the game was playing before, I did have it playing fine, and when I brought it over here, it seemed to be playing fine. And then I figured out that I needed to run the battery and the reset circuit, and figured that out. And so I've gone back and forth on it already. I've gotten it where now I'm starting to get pictures again. I verified the ROMs. The sound ROMs were good. The background ROMs were good, and the foreground ROMs were all good. These 4 programming ROMs came up bad. I think it could be the selection of ROMs I chose, or it might have been, I might have got the device wrong. So I think they're actually okay. Because I saw the game playing, you know, days ago. It was fine. Some minor graphic glitches here and there, but I think that was a connection power issue mostly. I've swapped around some RAM. I changed out the caps in the corners that run the 5 volts a little better. When I did the chip swap, or not chip swap, but I verified the ROMs, I did find one of the ROMs. It was a sound ROM, actually. It had 2 legs bent over. I'll show you a little picture of that. So I was hoping that that was going to be a little bit more detrimental to this thing running, but it doesn't seem to be. I also found a couple bridged solder points. I reflowed all the headers, all the usual stuff. I poked around a little bit with the logic probe, but I hadn't done any research yet to where I needed to poke, so I was just kind of looking, following the clock and making sure I had address buses and stuff going back and forth, but I haven't found anything yet. But I do want to show you where we're at, so I'm going to show you guys what we have going on, and then after that, I'm going to take a break and read some more and come up with a plan for the analyzer. I do have sound hooked up. My power supply is making a funky noise. Usually if I turn it up or down just a little bit, it stops. But what I want to show you... Oh, hang on a second. Let me turn this off. I didn't plug the video in. Okay. Move this over just a little bit. Which way is this going? Okay, it's this way. Just a little bit. All right. Now let me turn it on. Okay. So let me bring you over here and I'll show you what we got video-wise. Okay, so we're back to just a blank screen with a couple dots on it. Before it was all kinds of crazy garbage, and that was a little scarier. And let me hold the reset button and I'll simulate that reset in the beginning of the game. Goes crazy again, and then if you look close you can see Tapper here, and we'll be able to see some background. Looks like most of the background is there. We have these bars that are coming down, and then every once in a while I'll still see some characters and stuff going across, but it's better. But it's nowhere near close enough. I really thought this was going to be much easier than this. I just thought it was going to be a wiring issue, but like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take a break and start looking around on this thing, as I just really am not sure what's up with it. Let me move you around here. And so it's almost like you know, I bet that is it. I was thinking that, you know, maybe these ribbon cables over here when I first started were bad, right? And so the soundboard wasn't working, and so I was really only working with these two, right? Because you can test the game with those two. And so maybe it was better then, and then when I hooked up the ribbon cables, now all three boards are running, and this one's bad and causing these not to run right. Doesn't explain my ROMs, but let me try that real fast. This is a Hail Mary, but I've tried almost everything else, and I can't figure out why the game worked before and I can't get it to work now. Let's just try that. All right, let's see where we get going now. Ugh. Wrong way, wrong way. There we go. My room is a mess. Okay. Nothing? Maybe you can't test it like that. Oh, okay, here it comes. Yeah, see, this is the same as it looked before. Probably nothing. Oh. Okay, that's what it used to do. Yes! Still a little bit of garbage on the bottom. I think all MCRs have that. Yes! Okay. Much better. Okay, okay. That's what I gotta do, is just stop thinking every once in a while and I come up with a solution. So these two boards are okay, I think. Oh, I can't coin it up or anything, because that's why I couldn't coin it up earlier, because the I/O board or the soundboard is the one that runs the all the inputs. So that makes sense, okay. Because that's the exact connector I need to short to get the controls to work. Alright, so next, let's just go ahead and put those aside for right now. This looks pretty good. That's awesome. Sweet. Okay. Nowhere near as behind as I thought I was. We have one board to go now. And I've already verified the ROMs. Oh, the other thing was the ROMs. They were in the wrong position. They went 0, 1, 2, 3, and they should have went 0, 1, 2, 3. But I got that fixed. So let's go ahead and take a break. I can't play it without inputs, so let's take a break and look at this soundboard. Maybe we can finish it in a few. That didn't take me very long. The way I figure it is if this board didn't work and was causing the other one to short out or act funny, something was shorted out on this board, causing it to go haywire. So I was like, okay, what would go bad? Probably I'm suspecting a power problem. Power supply went out or something like that, and that's why they originally went to a switcher. So I'm thinking like a diode or something probably went out. And so looking at the board, I do believe, I hate this new tripod. Somewhere over here where the interconnect cable comes in, I was figuring somewhere over here would be the first one to get hit and get taken out. This is a transistor. We'll need to check that too, probably. But I actually started over here and nothing. But one of these kids is doing their own thing. One of these kids is not like the others. One of them is like Frank. Am I on the right thing here? Should have a beep somewhere. There's a beep. Where are you at, Frank? So I did this earlier, and this one read bad, but now they don't. I wonder if I had a charge or something going. Okay, where else do we have one here? I don't know what these things are and really how to test them, so I'm just checking to see if there's continuity. So like that one beeped. They were all kind of beeping before. I'll make sure I don't touch something I'm not supposed to. No, don't really see it. I thought I had it. I sure thought I had it. I'm pretty sure it was this guy right here. Maybe it was these. No, nothing. Definitely that one was doing it. I was gonna say I didn't have it sitting on a metal plate or anything. How am I causing that? That's okay. That's on a different trace. Maybe I was wrong. Bummer. I'm sure that wouldn't have been the only thing I needed to fix, but I sure thought I found the Frank. All you need is one Frank to screw up the whole party. My battery's dead or something in this thing? I just need to leave it sit on there longer. No. Earlier it just beeped right away. Where was that one at? This one? Is it this one? I can't even find it again. Weird. I guess I need to look it up, see what this part is. It would help to know how to test it. Yeah, I'm not getting that reading at all anymore. Weird. I was pretty sure it was that one up there, too. Okay, let me keep looking. Maybe I was checking this board. So come over and check that one, because this is the one I thought probably went first and caused it. So I think the power comes through here. And that one reads short. And they all do it. Maybe I was on this board, thought I was on that board. But yeah, I'm still gonna have to look that up. For all I know it's like a 0 ohm resistor or something. But that's what I was checking. I knew it was beeping somewhere. Wasn't going crazy. Colors are off, but we have sound. Sweet. What's up, gang? While I'm taking breaks, working on the tapper, I'm gonna fill my time. I got a stack of boards I was talking about in another video that I need to test. This is elevator action. It's a Tato game. It's got its own pinout. I had to make a adapter, and then it actually has 2 edge connectors on it, so I made that too for power. I don't know anything about it. I've had this forever. I have 2 Tato games, this one and another one that seems to be a lot more rare. I can't find any ROM files for it, so hopefully the ROMs are good on it. Maybe it's really rare, I don't know. But we'll test that one next. That's why I went ahead and made this, since I have more than one. But yeah, I'm going to try to just clean them up real fast, you know, check the chips. I don't know. With these, I don't know yet. There's so many chips. But I might as well verify them while I'm sitting here doing it. That way I know whenever I go to turn it on. But I'm just going to sit here with the test rig and either go with the LCD on that or the CRT, just depending on what game it is and what works out. But stick around, let's test some boards. Alright, I just want to document some issues. I don't know if you can see, but there's lots of scratches from this thing being stored on top of other PCBs. So I think there's a bad one over here. Well, it's not bad, but I'm going to go through. They're all over. Make sure these traces are all still making contact. Yeah, there's a lot of them up here. The other thing was there are lots of these green caps. I forget what they are. Let's see if I can find that top board. Ow, that is sharp. Okay, so like here's one here. I went ahead and marked it. So that way, when I come back through with the soldering iron, I know I'll see that a little easier because it's marked. But those are the only 2 problems so far. Ow, sharp solder points. And I'm missing a ROM here. So I'm definitely going to have to go through the ROMs before we try anything, because I don't like missing ROMs. It just points to failure. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to check out these traces. Hopefully it's just scars and not damage. I'll be right back. Okay, so it looks like I got elevator action to work. I think the signal isn't so stable with my little converter and all my junk on my rig. Let me hit start again. Don't have sound. Hang on. Oh, we had some sound. Let's see. I should be able to go like right and left and up and down. Oh, damn, I killed the signal. I don't know what the buttons are in this thing. Okay, I see it. Up, down, left, right. Where am I at? Okay, I am moving left and right. If I could keep a signal. Oh, I'm killed. Pretty cool. Wonder why I only have one color. Lots of stuff to guess. I mean, this is what I'm working with over here. So, Definitely got it to work though. Need to stick it in a cabinet or maybe hook it up to a CRT, probably be a little better. What's up, gang? I'm taking a look at Kangaroo tonight. We have some problems, obviously, where we had lines through the background areas. We're missing some complete, like the girders and stuff of what would be there. I think a lot of that is probably adjusted out on the colors of this monitor, and probably need to take a look at the board again. It's been a while. It's been dirty, so I'd probably clean it up, take a look at it. And I know this harness, let's see, oh, it's over here. So this edge connector on this harness is terrible, and so is the little one on there, so I might replace those. But yeah, it might be just some contrast too. It actually all of a sudden looks a lot better right now than it did. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna say some of the convergence was way off. That's not the board's fault though. But didn't have any sound. And you can hear it's doing something. So I do have a cheat sheet that I made myself for the sound here. So it has 2 volume pots. We skipped one, but it does have another one on the PCB right here. Let's see what this does. Okay, I don't really seem to notice any difference. No difference really. I don't want to break the pot. What next? GI sound, IC50, which is this guy here. No, that's the Z80. That's the sound chip there. AY3 8910. And then we will check this ROM, the Z80 we just looked at. There's 2 2114 RAM that we could possibly change. Then there's this guy, which I don't have one of these, but I might have one on a dead board. I know I have one. I have a couple of dead Donkey Kong boards I might have one on. But I'm gonna start checking out this monitor, see if I can't get it adjusted a little bit more and clean up this PCB a little bit. I guess I could verify all the ROMs too. Need to do that just to make sure that's not a problem. So we do have graphics on there, and we do have sound ROMs as well. All right, let's check it out. Okay, it's pretty ugly and it needs a paint job still, but it does work. Let me turn the light off. I won't be able to see anything. There we go. Let's see if I can dim it down a little bit so we can see the patterns. You can see the buttons. Okay, so I like this one, which it changes. I like this one. See if I can get it to. Let's see. That's the actual chase. It does not look good at all. That one's not bad. It's on all the time. So I missed one somewhere. And I think I'm gonna go with that one or that one. They're both the same in the beginning. This one goes through all of the modes, I think. Anyway, so these two right here are going to be ground and 5 volt. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is, a nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted, I got what I wanted, and a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
Get what I want.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
What happened? Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching.
When you take care of people, people take care of you in this community.
That's the truth.
So everyone, please remember that. Even if we're competitors, we're not enemies.